In today's video, we're gonna go over 3 secrets to work-life balance that every woman needs to know. So being a working mom is completely a juggling act, and the hardest part is dealing with the guilt. I've honestly been there, I'm still there, more on some days more than others. And in my career as a licensed counselor and with working with successful women that have become moms and have really ambitious big career goals, there always seems to be this reoccurring theme of guilt. So in this video today, I want to go over 3 secrets on how to achieve your personal goals and also your professional goals while eliminating some of that guilt. So I can personally relate to being a working mom, so I want to be able to share a little bit of that story with you. Teach you in this video how to set expectations for yourself in your dual roles as a career woman and as a mom, how to manage your time to create more work-life balance, and how to set some boundaries with yourself and also others. So if you're ready to learn these secrets, join me. Let's dive right into creating more work-life balance and showing up as the best version of yourself in your career and as a mom, and feeling good in life and getting rid of this guilt. A little bit of my backstory. I spent 10 plus years in corporate America and was performing at an extremely high level in my career before I had kids, and I felt like I was juggling 3 different jobs, and I was doing pretty darn good at it. Everything I'll get done, I was checking all the boxes. I was feeling good about myself and my career. Then I became a mom, and as somebody that is a high performer, I had a really hard time never saying no to anything that was work related. And that's how I also found myself back to work within 2 weeks of having my little one. So I was technically on my maternity leave, and I was back to taking phone calls and dealing with audits and doing all of those work-related tasks. So I had to learn very quickly that I could not perform at the same level after having kids, and I was feeling extremely guilty that I wasn't performing at a level that I wanted to professionally, and I also wasn't being the best mom that I felt like I could be because my mind was preoccupied and I was distracted from my baby. So of course, over the past few years, I've learned some really big lessons that I want to be able to share with you today in order to create more of that work-life balance. Number 1 is setting expectations. So without clear expectations, you are always going to be going through this internal struggle. And am I good enough? Asking yourself, like, am I giving to each one of these things enough? And the problem is we don't really ever know what enough actually is. There is a lack of clarity, and without clarity, you have no clear expectations, and you're just like wandering around wondering, like, am I ever good enough? So we have to become really clear and set some expectations for yourself. So I want you to grab a pen and paper, grab your phone in the notes section, and I want you to start making a list of 5 to 10 non-negotiables when it comes to your career, and then also your time at home with your family. So that's your starting point. Once you have those non-negotiables, let's go ahead and jump into secret number 2. So secret number 2 is time management. So as a working mom, I bet you think you are a master multitasker. I thought I was too, and I want to tell you, you are not. And so every time that you are trying to multitask your way through work and home life, you are causing a lot of unnecessary stress and frustration. So I want you to take a look at your schedule. Do it now. Go ahead and pull it out, pull it up on your phone. If you're a pen and paper type gal, go ahead and pull out your schedule. I'm going to give you a minute to go ahead and grab that, because it's going to be extremely important that you're able to actually look at your schedule. And if this is something that you do not have done for yourself on a daily basis, I want to encourage you that you need to do this right now. You need to go to Google, open a Google Calendar, start a schedule for yourself. Don't wait and go out and order and buy an agenda. I will also link one of my favorite agendas down in the description. a schedule and not just have it floating around in your head. So I could go on and on about time management. I'll make another video on teaching you how to create a schedule, fill up the white space with actually more things that you enjoy so you can feel more balanced. But once you have that calendar, let's do a brief audit of your time. So do you have time blocked into your calendar of when you have to wake up in the morning to actually be on time, when your meetings are that are scheduled, when your kids' events are, when you're gonna have lunch, when you're gonna take that 15 to 30 minutes to be able to do some self-care? Do you have what time you need to go to sleep in order to get 7 hours of sleep marked in your calendar? All these things can sound so simple, but being able to look at how you manage and allocate your time is a huge indicator of if you're feeling completely burnt out and if you have a nice work-life balance. So if you answered yes and you have all those things already blocked into your calendar, good for you. And if you answered no, then this is also where you need to start building those details into your schedule. You can grab a copy of a productivity planner that I developed as a template of how I personally structure my day to look at setting professional objectives, personal objectives for each day, and then also being able to understand and identify other ways that we're treating ourselves through healthy habits in this one-page layout. So go ahead and grab your free copy. You can find that in the description. So secret number 3 is working on boundaries. This is the hardest part and where you will also reap the most benefit, because setting boundaries with yourself is so crucial in creating work-life balance. So let's get started with talking about your time at work. Like when you are at work, you need to be working. Eliminate distractions, have clear objectives and tasks. Be able to say no to things that are not on your daily to-do and that are not serving you. And if you're a mom like myself that works from home, this can be extremely difficult. That's why I encourage you to have a plan outlined the night before. So I actually start my productivity plan the evening before with identifying what are my personal and professional objectives for the following day. So that way, if I wake up from a very sleepless night or to fussy kids and feeling just a little out of sorts, I have a clear focus, somewhere that I can go that helps me recenter and know, okay, this is exactly what I am supposed to do. Now let's grab a mirror and take a nice look at ourselves in that mirror and be able to ask, where are you lacking boundaries in your life? And where are you not keeping promises to yourself? You may have told yourself, like, I'm going to start a fitness and an exercise routine. And then the week gets started and you are totally neglecting taking care of yourself. And those small commitments that you keep with yourself and those promises help develop confidence. They help develop more certainty and control, which I think all women are looking for in their lives. And so you have to be able to keep promises to yourself. And that comes with setting boundaries, looking at your schedule, having that time built in for developing your relationships, your own personal health, and even investing in your own career and personal development goals. So if you're literally listening to this and you're like, that sounds great, I just don't even know where to start, you can book a discovery call with me. I'd be more than happy to be able to talk with you and get to know you and your situation and help develop a game plan in order to help you get started. So you can find that link down in the description. So once I personally learned these secrets and developed the skill set in order to manage a very successful business, be able to be at home with my kids as a primary caregiver, and even taking care of a child that has special needs, I went from constantly just feeling overrun, guilty, frustrated, to actually seeing my business thrive and having my relationships completely transform and feel like I am a totally present mom and showing up in the way that I want to show up for my kids. So if you're ready even just to ditch the guilt, feel less overwhelmed with work, how you're spending your time, and be able to actually spend more time with your family, I just want to encourage you to take advantage and to book your one-on-one. And if you're just not quite ready, go back, listen to this video again, do some of those exercises that I went through in these secrets, because it will drastically change your life. I will talk to you soon.